It's Royals versus UMX, possibly one of the biggest matches of this tournament so far. Two great teams, both near the top of the UK scene, undoubtedly. UMX doing great work at a recent DreamHacks tournament, or DreamHack I should say. And now they're here facing the Royals. There's going to be 2 early entries up A ramp as they cocoon onto the A bomb site. The bomb's yet to go down yet, but it's a formality at this stage with T's in such great post-plant positions already. Ping's positioned with a kit towards connector, but we're going to need to hit some shots sooner rather than later here. Ping just jumping up on default box, see if we can get anything, but there's nothing being shown. The double nade comes through towards default box there. The cleanup comes through. It's a clean round from UMX, not a single player falls. They're looking with it today. This team back off some great success. I mean, they're only a main team a short while ago, and you know now they're climbing the HLTV rankings. One of the real big projects in esports currently. Have to see what the Royals have to say about though, 'cause they're also a group of up and comers. D's out for them. They force back into this one. Typical second round buy from the T's. 3 AKs, 2 Mac 10s, and plenty of nades to work with. They're going to be forensic. Pushing the A site and just catch Jane off guard there. The Sandbags player is able to peek out and trade, but the nade's going to finish him off. And now it's just Refuser, helped by Swaggy to defend this site. Swaggy's going to fall though. That's Refuser all alone towards short. And Tadpole's going to take the eco there. That's an easy kill for him. Leaving Ping last alive in the 1v4. Hop on with him, see if he can do any damage on this flank, but I don't think he's going to get lucky. He might be able to catch a retreating terrorist off guard, but realistically that's all he can hope to do in this round. Just waiting patiently, seeing if he can get any opportunity whatsoever, but it's not looking like it. The T's group up, he does get a chance to peek out, and now these guys are all eager to take him out. He's going to swing, but can't get a kill, unfortunately. Almost close to putting Mazza in range of the bomb, but not quite there. And this is going to be a hard eco for Royals. Swaggy picks up the flashbangs he likes to on these 5 USP rounds. Just seeing if he can send his team somewhere that they might be able to get a pick or get some guns. Let's see how it plays out though. Looking like the play's going to be towards ramp this round. There's going to be a couple players here to greet them, I believe. As Artist makes his way up short through Ivy. Flash is going to come over and they swing into Extincts. Across Watchful Gaze, but he's going to fall back. Artist, however, does go down. That's going to be a Mac 10 drop, but it's very poor reconciliation. It's not it's not the type of gun you're really looking to carry into the next round, and it's not significantly going to change the tide here. Royals, though, they'll be hopeful. They push towards boost here now. Walla Molly is going to stop their progress. A couple of them are going to get over before it lands. 4 players now pushing this B bomb site. The Fraz come out. Refuser does manage to find Giraffe, but Mazza and Tadpole stabilise the situation well. It's now just Ping left last alive with a Mac 10 in hand. Going to get the dink on Mazza, but not enough to get the kill as he picks up the 4K. But now things get interesting. The 4x is going to come out for Royals. The first round of its type so far this game. 4 M4s and an AWP for them, 4 AKs and an AWP for UMX. This is the meat and potatoes of the game. We'll see who can make the play, who can be the difference maker. An initial showing towards ramp for Artist. He's going to be pushing, holding for any aggression. Ben's going to give it to him. Peeks just next to the sandbags, but retreats to high ground for now. He's going to be just seeing if he can look over that smoke, catch anybody off guard. Oh, the flash is wonderful though. Just pushes him off the angle. If he re-peeks it as well, he's straight into Artist Watchful Gaze, and that's the entry for UMX. 5v4 man advantage. Oh. Ping in there, just tries to peek Tadpole and swing towards that ramp, but he's unable to get it done. There is one more player on this B bomb site. It's Swaggy, but he can't get a kill either. It's the T's group towards A ramp now. We have got a disconnect from the server, which means we're likely going to have a technical pause very briefly, but for now we'll see if the remainder of Royals can hold off this UMX charge. Felixos peeks into them, but Comes out empty-handed. Giraffe finds the entry onto Refuser as well. This is looking like it's going to be a tough game for Royals, as we'd expect, but it's something they're capable of competing in at least. Swaggy finds a kill on the retake. Finds a second too. He's put this into a 1v3. Still has a lot more to do, and Extinct's going to find the frag. And realistically, if he hadn't, Artist on the flank would have done the business. Little pause coming in now. Just waiting for the remaining player to get back in. Unfortunately, behind Epic don't actually release the vetoes. You can only see it if you're in the server at the time that they were doing it, and I was not at the time. Appreciate the follow, Anders. Yeah, I think it's more than likely the case. Royals don't really play this map. Certainly not their first choice anyway. We'll also explain them residing on the CT side. But not 100% sure on that one, so do apologise. All players are back in the server though, and a fairly decent buyers coming out for Royals given all circumstances. Gonna get some light Kevlar, some Deagles, and MP9. Potentially enough to disrupt this round. What's also exciting is those 5 HE grenades. Maybe got a plan in mind here. Those nade stack potentials can be big on Vertigo. A lot of various choke points around the map. UMX though been very cautious, using their utility to clear out towards the stairs here. Tapple and Giraffe. I believe Extinct as well are going to clear that area in a more hands-on way now. Potentially going to get a fight sooner rather than later though. Molly's come out. It's looking like a B-split. Artist swings out towards mid, and though he gets Jane, he's not prepared for Swaggy. Swaggy gets quickly traded by Mazza, but Refuser behind White here. Manages to get 2, but he can't do anything more. Now it's left to Felixos. He's in the 1v2. Going to hear some steps of retreating player mid. Knows he has a couple options here. Elects to get the AK. Now he's going to be heading over boost. I heard any sound of a plant yet. Just sliding down the ramp has to not make a sound. That's going to be a big sound key for him. Holding the default box now. Left side, and he's going to start creeping up. He might be able to get a timing here. He has. He's found the head of Giraffe. It's a 1v1 now. Him on Maze. Maze white box peeks out with the AWP and clutches up the round for UMX. It's a great response from him. Just showing off the confidence he has right now. 8-0 so far this game. But just to remember, that wasn't the full buy for Royals. It was a relatively light buy with Deagles. This round's going to be their full 4 M4s and an AWP. Plenty of nades to play with. Feel like maybe there's a need for some proactivity here. They're kind of sitting back and letting UMX assert themselves and hoping to win the fights as they push out the site. See, they've responded with taking ramp control early this round, but still very passive in other areas. UMX know that they're able to get this B stairs area relatively uncontested. And right now it's given them a really strong inroad into one of the sites. Meanwhile though, Felixos and the AWP of Jane remain on A, and Jane might be able to get a pick on Artist, which he does. It's a man advantage for them, and I think it might be the first one they've had this game. Now it's important to convert this. Still, Extinct picks up the bomb, and he locates himself towards the ramp with his teammate Giraffe. Looks like Tadpole and Mazza are moving over to join him too. They're going to be running into 2 players, likely 3, as I believe when either Jane or Felixos makes contact here, Refuser is going to be very quick to the scene. Just patience required now. Jane holding a fairly aggressive angle towards short here. The smoke's come in on site. Well, what's happening? Deep flashes behind for the tees as they swing onto the site. And Felixos has creeped up very far here. He finds the frag on Tadpole. Him and Jane are tucked towards short as the bomb goes down. But aware that there's still a lot more for them to do. Spots out Mazza. Mazza finds a kill on him, and Extinct is aware of the possibility of a double. He finds Jane. It's a 3v3 now. He's going to push onto the site and does get the kill. It's great play from Ping. Smokes on the bomb. Draft does a spam through, finds Refuser, but can he find Ping? Ping is sticking it. Oh, Mazza just manages to find with a Deagle spammer, follows it up with a quick scope on Swaggy. What a well-recovered round from UMX there. It was looking like it was going to be Rawls' first on the board. The site was chaos for a brief moment. So many smokes, so many grenades, and various spam attempts from the T side, but it was that final Deagle bullet that just managed to connect in time, giving UMX their 6th round. Heading into the 7th, Royals, they're back on a weaker bye. Deagles, like Kevlar. Enough to maybe cause an upset this round, but we've seen so far UMX have been forensic in the way that they've gone about clearing various parts of the map, the way that they've expanded their map control and taken every necessary precaution, not wanting to get caught off guard and let the round slip due to an unnecessary play. Said though, they're going to maybe sensing a fair amount of resistance. They're going to send a few Molotovs over B, but then fall off. Instead, it looks like the focus is going to be towards ramp. This Giraffe certainly looks ready to take a fight. Flash is going to come out from Artist. Good white for Lixos. He's caught out here. He has to peek out the D. Gets one with the spam, but can't do any more than that. Does half to Extinct and Giraffe in the process, though. 4v4 now. T's with a fairly safe route to the site. Refuser trying to get the flank. He can't get it. It's not a clean kill from Tadpole, but he gets it nonetheless. Ping might have a chance. It's still very hectic. Ping with the 1D. Can he get a second? He does. Swaggy follows it up with one on site, and now it's Extinct in the 1v2. He's got the AK. Just manages to get through the smoke there, and now he finds himself one-on-one with Ping. Ping, though, he's obsessed with the smoke. He's aware of the possibility that it could be connected. It's such a hard call from him. Extinct is playing this very open as well. Fires the cross, but Ping gets the shot. That's the first round on the board for Royals. A great recovery from them. It was looking hectic as they pushed the site, but those 3 kills from Ping mean the world. Swaggy managed to get 1-2 amongst the chaos, and even Ping even manages to save the AWP too. I think Jane might have been a little hasty in buying up one for himself, but at least they have the benefit of the double AWP setup this round. Maybe able to switch it up and provide something different. Wouldn't be surprised if we maybe saw a pick towards B. I know Swaggy likes to do that. Looks like we are going to see it. Pick towards B, gets the tag through the wall, but is unaware of the second player. An Artist, he's going to be barreling out onto that B bomb side, showing no fear whatsoever. Taking the fight with Ping. He dinks him through the thing, and Extinct is going to come over boost as well. Does get trade out. It's only a 3v3, despite how one-sided the round certainly felt to me for a brief moment. This is certainly a tough retake for the CTs. Jane knocked down to 24 health. Another molly over boost. While Felixos sends a nade onto site, it's going to be relatively ineffective. Does still look like Rawls are still wanting to attempt this retake though. Nades come out of CT, and they are going to barrel out. Tadpole taking the swing though. He gets the 2-piece off Artist flashbang. Artist gets the final kill of the round. 7-1 now UMX. Royals unable to chain consecutive rounds together. And that puts their economy in a non-ideal place. Ping and Felixos are in an okay place to buy, but the rest of their team are sitting around that 3k mark. Potentially pushing them into a save here, or at least a half buy. Thanks for the follow, Jimbo. See though, interesting that UMX called the tack after that round. Maybe noticing a possible flaw in the rules default they want to exploit more, or maybe it's just mind games. Who knows? It is going to be a half buy for Royals. We see 2 MP9s, 2 Deagles and a CZ. 4 HE grenades and 2 smokes. A couple Kevlar sets, but it's not going to compare to the buy by UMX. Going to have to hit their shots if they want to make this one work, and instead it's going to be Extinct who's hitting his shots, despite the smoke in front of him, blocking his vision. Still manages to find the kill. Interesting though, Swaggy took up a very advanced position. Pretty well placed nade, but speaking of advanced positions, Artist's already out on the A site. He's creeped up short. Refuser didn't even notice, and that's about as open a bomb site as you can ask for. They're going to clear towards sandbags just in case. They were exceptionally well drilled. With the bomb going down now, you doubt the progress. Swaggy already on the flank, but he reveals himself early. Can only get a 13 damage hit on Tadpole. He gets the headshot. Artist and Giraffe though, stabilising the round. It's just Jane on his own. He's going to get peeked by Artist too and taken down. You get the impression that these UMX guys are just swinging for fun now. They're all trying to get their frags up. But nevertheless, it's unlikely that this pick is Royals. Even a loss on this map, which isn't one that they typically play. I don't think it'll haunt them too much heading into later rounds of the series, but what they really could do though is taking a couple all rounds here, building a little bit of momentum maybe for those future maps. There's perhaps on this one it's not meant to be. We'll see though, maybe I speak too soon as Ping gets a great entry towards the B ramp. They try and spam down through the wood in reply, but can't muster it. A lot more Molotovs and utility exchange, but they're going to go for this boost. They're going to catch off Swaggy with it, just as he jumped on top of the default box. Flash over sight, but ultimately I think they're going to fall away from this site. Looks like there's a decent presence towards ramp here with Giraffe. So I say that. I think they're just waiting. They're trying to see if Royals are going to aggress anything and if they can catch it out. Ping is pushed right back up. Close to this wood, and it's now starting to look like a B hit, especially with a frag like that. It's a good, easy as an entry as you're going to find. So they swarm this site, just with Refuser here to defend. Bomb going to go down now on behind the cover of smokes, but Artist here, he's making a very assertive play. Pushes through the smoke, gets the frag on Refuser, and almost gets a correction with two players coming over boost. Extinct though, pushing through the smoke, manages to finish off what his partner started. Now it's Jane left alone in the 1v2, AWP in hand. Can't write him off, but I think he's just hoping somebody peeks him and just gives him something to work with. If not, I think he's going to make the decision to save very soon. And there it is. It's me a 9th round for UMX. Oh, Jane maybe getting a little nervous here. Potentially going to have to run away from this bomb as well. Does get the frag, but just lives on 8 or 9 health. But this is certainly a dangerous point for Royals. The game is already considerably away from them. 8 rounds down already. On to another week by. The AWP of Jane is at least one consolidation, but he's yet to really use it to good effect so far. Only the 4 frags on the board for him. His presence towards the A ramp, but still quite tentative. The presence from Flixer, but I thought that nade was going to do significant damage, but only ended up grazing the 2 CTs. Tadpole seems to have a pretty good read on Swaggy. So he's already pushed up behind. So where the possibility is holding, peeks out, spots Tadpole and gets the shot. It's an excellent kill from him. And Jane from short finds the AWP peak, but gets found out re-peeking. Maybe a little unnecessary, that overextension. Already with a 2-man advantage, and Mazza's got a chance to make them pay for it. Fortunately, Refuser and Ping are in a good enough spot for it, but Felisos gets found through the smoke though. This still could go either way. The bomb's recoverable, and it is, especially with that frag onto Refuser. Instead, it's just going to be the 2 Deagles of Raws remaining. The bomb is going to get tapped, and Giraffe finds Swaggy through the smoke. Ping manages to wrap around and get the kill, but now it's a 1v1, which Giraffe wins fairly comfortably with the MP9, and that's a 10th round on the board for UMX. Yeah, this certainly isn't looking too good for the boys on Royal. One down. The full buy is going to come out. I've got the double AWP. It's to see though. It's certainly a round that they might feel a bit hard done by with. I felt like they had a chance to really win that one, but sadly couldn't manage it. Anyway, they look forward on to the next round. 10-11 scoreline. Oh, a great kill from Swaggy though to open that up on Mazza. It's a man advantage for Royals here, but even on rounds where they've taken it, they haven't managed to convert too well so far. Fraz going to come over from ping, but Stink trades out. They are going to retain the man advantage, but not like that. Tadpole finds the pick on a Swaggy. It's a 3v3 now. The flash comes over. Fuser might try and peek off this, which he does, but the T's are waiting for him, and they're going to catch him creeping through the smoke. Tadpole clinical with his precision. And once again, UMX find their way into the site. The flank of Felixos is predictable, and Tadpole certainly has. Can't win the duel, though. This is going to divide the attention of the T's. Jane really has to make some presence here, though. Oh, he scopes in. Draft's going to hear that, and he gets the frag. That's just Felixos. He does manage to get the kill, though, making it 1v1. His teammate with full HP, or his opponent, I should say, tags him down to 59, but it's not enough. The Molly's going to force him out, and he gets the frag. That's the second round on the board for Royals. A great play by Felixos. Despite Tadpole holding for him on the flank, still manages to find the 3 kills needed to win that round. Even picks up the AWP for good measure. Maybe a great sign of things to come for Royals, but also potential for it to just be a consolidatory round. Doubling their score though. Maybe we should look on the positive. A lot more needs to be done though if they really want to stand a chance in this map. Some early nades exchanged over ramp. Seems like Artist has found his way through the smoke though, towards the cubby. Not clearing that angle out effectively. There's still a really sustained presence. Artist has already crept his way up towards Ivy. As more and more of his teammates contemplate on joining him. It's a very static hold for now though. They're just trying to see if anybody on Royals will overextend. Give them an easy entry into the site. No, nothing yet though. The nade towards Refuser. Another nade, and he's going to fall. It's unfortunate. The Mac 10 as well. Felixos is up close. He can't find a kill. Jane manages to trade him out. He gets quickly traded by Mazza. The clinicality of UMX coming on top again. Although, as I say that, Ping comes through the smoke and finds 2. Can't do any more than that. At least Swaggy alone in the 1v2. MP9, not his weapon of choice. He doesn't have a helmet either, which could spell doom if that Mac 10 gets anywhere near him. He's going to spot Tadpole out though, knocks him down to 2 health, giving his position away in the process. Dinks Artist as well. Switches to the USP. Finds the headshot on Tadpole, and the second headshot on Artist. What a clutch by Swaggy. A third round on the board for Royals. Not refusing to be put away that easily. Gets a rifle saved over, and the buys continue, but the buys also continue for the T side. 3 AKs out, 2 deagles, a couple of grenades, and well, it's a strong buy for the CTs. It's not ideal. I doubt the T side are going to respect that molly as well, so they have pushed through it. And Ping is not aware of it, aware of the possibility. Lurks into it, and there's another entry on A site. Everywhere's looking open at the moment, or at least it is for UMX. 2 men up now. This is where the CTs have to make some sort of risky play, some sort of gamble, and Swaggies decide to make it, pushing the B ramp, but can't get the kill, despite Extinct being in the air. Mazza takes out Jane, it's Felixos all alone. Does get the first and swaps out to the AWP, but I think there's only one thing on his mind, and it's saving. Carrying across the next round, we can maybe drop it for Jane. We'll at least get an exit frag or 2 though. Finds Artist as he hastily sprints towards CT. Now just opts to retreat onto this A site towards the ramp area where he has a maybe slightly higher chance of bringing this gun into the next round for his teammate. Although, as I say that, Giraffe is already up close. I think he saw him cross though. Holding the appropriate angle, gets the shot. It's a 3k for him, but not too impactful frags. Holding towards Connector to end the round, but the remaining UMX players willing to let him keep it after the efforts he's exerted to do so. 11-3 now, heading into the last round of the half. CT economy not in a great place, but obviously they have to buy at this point. The mask gets dropped out to Swaggy so he can get full nades. Well, as I say that, it gets passed back to Ping. 2 MP9s for Mass, and AWP and a Deagle for the CTs. It's not a great buy, that's for sure. Will it be enough to hold off the barrage that's waiting for them outside A? Tadpole finds Swaggy creeping into B main, but is he going to expect Ping as well? Just slightly overclears the angle, but still finds the kill. Maybe overlooked it slightly, but he's so aware of the possibilities. He's ready for any sort of push. And Refuser, try as he might, can only find Artist on the A ramp push. It's a very comfortable half for UMX. 12-3 lead heading into the second half, and I think at this point it's more than likely that Royals are looking to the future, looking at the next map, instead of focusing on the present. Appreciate the follow, boss. This round though, maybe it's a potential for Royals to get a little momentum heading into the next map. Only one nade set, that's on Swaggy. He's equipped with a Molotov and a smoke grenade, and certainly the focus is towards A ramp, where there's no initial aggression from UMX. Smoke and a molly is going to come towards an empty A site, but then the earnest is on Royals to be able to hold the site and hold off any potential retake from the CTs. Ping though, he's going to be a potential thorn in the side of UMX. So the Giraffe finds an excellent frag on Refuser. If Ping gets his timing right though, the backstab could be huge here. Support nades come out from CT. And now Felixos has got a lot on his hands. He's been pushed down by 2 more CTs after finding the first. Can't find another 2. Tadpole gets a 3, but the frags have come through. Ping's backstab pays off. Gets the 2k, it's in a 2v2. Swaggy benefiting in the chaos in the site as well. Finishes the round with the frags on Mazza and Tadpole. It's a great round from them. It got a little messy, and maybe it was somewhat reliant on the big flank from Ping, but it worked out in the end. 12-4 UMX now. And Royals here have a chance to get a couple rounds. UMX are going to respect it. They go for the USPs. 4 HE grenades though, which if thrown in the right area could spell doom for Royals, but you know, it's a chance to really maybe get a feel for this one, as Ping gets an easy frag towards mid. I think sometimes in scenarios like this, you can kind of just feel so out of it, and just getting a couple rounds before losing can really, you know, help keep your head before the next map of the best of 3. And that will be, and frags like that will really help Refuser getting the 3 KOs. They just all run past his position. Swaggy finishing the round with a final kill, but now I think we see what Royals T-side is really made of. The big guns are coming out for UMX. M4s across the board. Slightly rare A1S in the hands of Artist. See what going to happen here. An early smoke from Swaggy and also a couple flashes to accompany it. It's designed to counter any sort of aggression, but there actually wasn't much from UMX. They're willing to give up the ramp area this early. I think part is they don't have the nades to really contend it. 4 T players in this area, with Swaggy lurking on the opposite side of the map, as we're accustomed to. much yet, but a flashbang towards the ramp is going to give Extinct and Giraffe room for aggression. Giraffe perhaps overextend though, but Artist there to cover for him. And then he comes out towards Sandbags, and that should be the trade. A 3-on-3 now, but there's 2 more with CTs on this A bomb site. And Swaggy, I think, has got the right idea here. He's worked out that there's very minimal presence on this side of the map and lurked out onto B. He's certainly called for the rotate very quickly, and Ping and Refuser heading there as quickly as they possibly can. Swaggy, though, he's pushed up very far. Going to catch Extinct off guard with a headshot and throw a Molotov towards Boost. Maybe tempted to push a little further. But where the possibility of a wraparound, the flash is going to come out and he gets the correction. It's now Tadpole in a 1v3. M4 in hand, just seeing if anybody would give him a glimpse, any sort of hope of a retake here. And while 2 of his opponents are low on health, it looks like he's electing to save. Probably the right call for him. I mean, UMX have got plenty of rounds to spare at this point. This round will make it 12-6 for the Royals, but still a considerable advantage on their map pick. And the bomb detonation confirms it. 12-6 in favour of UMX, although economy not looking in a great spot for them. Going to have a weak buy heading into this, and Royals will be hoping to capitalise off the back of it. And they need to focus on keeping players alive this round as well, just so that when it does get to the point they lose a round, they're able to buy back and not really miss out on anything. But I say that Jane coming reckless on this site. He is going to run into the only M4 though off the CT buy of Tadpole and fall accordingly. 4v4 now. Scenario that ordinarily benefits the T side, but with only pistols in the CT's hands, even more so. Swaggy though, almost making it interesting, but he actually gets a great spray down on both Artist and Tadpole. Even the auto director was a little confused by that one. That's leaving Mazza all on his lonesome. I think Swaggy hears footsteps though. In a great position to deal with it, and that's the 3k for him. Great round from Swaggy. And now they are only 5 rounds behind. I was fairly quick to write them off when they were down 10-1. But they've clawed this back, and it's already looking a lot more competitive. That's definitely a spirit they'll be able to take on with them into the next map, which will be their pick. Probably the right type of energy they need in a scenario like this. Nades are coming out towards B. 2 people minding the ramp at the early game. Both Giraffe and Tadpole here. It's a very split default from the T's. Presence in all areas across the map, but still relatively tentative. It's not major presence. Nobody's made their way to the stairs yet, or even close to pushing up the ramp, but just waiting. They're expecting aggression. Unfortunately, UMX aren't going to be delivering it quite yet. Molly is going to come down towards short, but nobody's home. At this point, we enter almost a period of detente. Just patience. Each side waiting for the other to attack first. Unfortunately for the T's, they have to attack at some point. That's a great nade wallbang combo from Artist. Knock and Refuse it had to 4 health. Excellent coordination there. Oh, Swaggy almost finding the frag on the lurk, but just missing the timing. He's going to reaggress though, and he might catch Tadpole out here. Unlucky once more. Just behind the box, and Giraffe's going to peek off that and get the kill. A man down for the T side, and the only presence they really have is on this A bomb site, but the CTs are also aware of that. 3 players stacked towards here already, and Maserati to get involved, but Refuser with a great pick. Unusual to see him with the AWP, and Felisos almost getting the double spray. Artist knocked down to low health, but does manage to scarp away with his life. Refuser finds a kill on Mazza though. It's now a man advantage for the T side, but the bomb goes down. There's 10 seconds left. They had to make a play for the bomb, but Giraffe is also getting aggressive. He swings out and drops it again. That's just Refuser all alone. 4 health, 3 seconds, and he's not going to be able to get it done. Has to run with no time left. The attack just getting derailed at the last possible moment. Such a close round. That is really unfortunate. Naturally they'll call for attack after that. Just you know, can't read down a little bit. I mean, it's been an electric start to this half. I mean, 4 rounds with only 1 round won for UMX. Looking a lot better for them. If they were actually to keep up that pace, it would be a stronger half as UMX had, which would force OT, but had to be a tremendous effort to do so. It's quite a weak buy for the T's. Sorry, for the CTs, despite winning that round. Only 3 rifles and 2 MP9s, and it's a very strong buy from the T's. Did just manage to build up enough bank in previous rounds that they're okay after losing. We know the T side economies are a lot more forgiving than the CT though, so it's maybe what we should expect. Presence here though is towards the ramp. Refuser and Felixos are going to be given the task of clearing it. They're doing an effective job so far. Just running towards the sandbags and any possible off angles. Felixos just spamming towards short as well, but he's not going to find anybody. Refuser though. A great kill onto Artist. He was boosted up by Giraffe. That's going to force him to regress towards the site. That's the man advantage for Royals. The spams are continuing to come through, but to no avail so far. Just maybe waiting for a little more direction on what the plan is this round. Very little presence towards mid, and usually Swaggy leaving his lurk spot is typical of the final hit coming. Swaggy moving with them towards A. But Giraffe could ruin everything here. Gets the spam. He can only find one. Gets a second one through the wall though. Is trade out by Ping. Mazza plays his hand from the short spot, but he can only get a trade. Bomb's tapped by Ping, but that Molotov's going to force him off. He smokes it and plants inside, but both CTs are here now. Only a smoke left. Only got MP9s. They swing out. And that's Swaggy all alone in the open. He's committed to the fight, and Tadpole finishes him off. That's really unfortunate for them. The smoke fading at just the wrong time. Maybe the pathing off the site should have been slightly different from Ping, but hindsight's 2020. That's a 14th round for UMX on the board. 14-7 now. It's now looking like a comfortable game for them again. They've got a lot of rounds that they can afford to give up here, and the money of Royals isn't at the best spot. They're going to get a good buy, but after this, it's all run out. They're not going to have anything to fight for the 15th. They do lose this round, despite chaining all those rounds together prior. Initial nades by Swaggy again. Typically what he does before lurking towards B, but there's a lot of aggression towards A ramp. It's encouraged UMX to use a lot of grenades early. Already using up 2 of their Molotovs. Well, Artist is clinical with that spam. He's got so close to a kill. So many different rounds this half. I think he's yet to get it though. Extinct playing this little off angle. He might catch him out. Flashes come in. He manages to get Ping through it all, but quickly trailed by Felixos. It's at 4v4 now. The bomb about to go down. And the retake from UMX to commence. Marza finds the pick coming out of heaven. That gives them potential here. There's one less gun going to be holding the angle that they're pushing out of. And not a lot of utility left on Royals. That's the last flashbang. And after that, it's just a Molotov. Peeking out. They need to get their kills here and now. Swaggy just tucked in short. His role is going to be important here. Felixos peeking out a boost. He sees the guy upper. They're off the bomb. Felixos managed to get the 2-piece. Swaggy comes out, but then he falls to his own molly. Peek is good enough. Chain is good enough to clutch up the round though. Winning the 1v1 and getting an 8th round on the board for Royals. Now this one's hotting up again. It was looking like a blowout to begin with. But now at 14-8 and the CT economy in tatters once more, you can never say never. Couple upgraded pistols and an MP9 on Artist. But this initial B aggression pays dividends as they find Refuser. That's a gun that they can potentially recover. Swaggy has to commit to protecting it, but there's 2 other players here. Does get the one, I think. He must be tempted for. No, he's stuck around. Artist has recovered the gun as well, loudly and proudly as he does it. Swaggy, I think he might have read the timing quite well here. He might just halt this A aggression. So I think he's got a really good read on things. But Extinct's already behind them. Trapped them in. Felixos, he's going to peek towards him, but Extinct has a good chance to get the second kill, and he does. A headshot through the box. Jane caught with his AWP, but he gets the no-scope. Needs to look towards short. Is he going to spot Artist over the smoke? Just catch the clip on him, but just as he looks away, now it's Swaggy. He's left on the big flank, and they must have an idea of it after Extinct puts mid. Artist already holding the angle, he pushes through him, gets swiftly decapitated. That's the 15th round for UMX. Fumbling the anti-eco. I'll be disappointed with that one. Thanks for the follow, Eden. 15-8 now to UMX. Roars reduced to Deagles. And the odd bit of utility, but by no means a strong buy. It's looking like a B rush. There's only Tadpole here. Swaggy going to make his way through the smoke. Oh, and Ping gets an excellent frag to open the round onto Tadpole. Mars are Extinct, find two of their own though, and they find the final players, and it's just Refuser left. Trying to spam away through the smoke, but it's to no avail. Has to reload, and he's been pushed from all angles. Can't get the kill. Extinct instead finds him. And that's the first map for UMX. We're going to go